All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakah and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Shalom to all the hopeful elect brothers as doing the will of the Lord in sincerity and in truth. Now, this lesson will be very short, and the topic is prayer, or you could say the power of prayer. And let me just get this scripture first. This is Psalms 55 and 17. It says, "Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice." But let me go a verse above. Psalm 55 and 16 says, "As for me, I will call upon the Most High, and the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice." Now, when you go to verse 16, it's saying that he's going to call upon the Most High and he's going to save him. That talking about King David, right? That he's King David, which the majority of the Psalms is by King David. But back then, during the life of King David, he will call upon the Lord, and the Lord will deliver him, because he was battling all the enemies that was round about Israel. Because you have Israel in the center, and then you have Israel's enemies, the Moabites, Ammonites, the Edomites, the Syrians, the Assyrians. They were round about Israel, and King David was going to war, throughout his whole reign, basically. So he had a lot of blood on his hands. That's why he couldn't build a temple for the Lord, but that was sanctioned for his son, King Solomon. And King David never lost a battle. I looked it up. He never lost a battle. So the Lord was with King David. Even when you go back to his first big battle with Goliath of Gath, and that was a Philistine. The Lord was with him, literally. The Lord Spirit was with him to basically shoot an ancient bullet, through the giant's head, and he won, and Israel was happy after that. So the Lord was with King David. He will call upon the Lord, and then the Lord will save him. Now, in this time, we have to call upon the Lord during the times to come, during Jacob's trouble, during all hell when it breaks loose, but also during our personal, daily lives, especially dealing with spirits, dealing with demons, attacking us. And the inspiration comes from, I hate to say it, me not praying enough, throughout the day. And I would pray, right? But I wouldn't pray enough, and that left the opening for Satan, for those demons, to attack me through my mind, and when I started praying, before I went to bed and in the morning, it's like the Lord put up a shield against those demons, to which, I don't feel them, attacking me that much, or pretty much at all. As long as I pray to the Lord, more, because I would pray before I leave the house and throughout the day, but I just wouldn't do it enough. It says, "Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud." Right? Evening and morning and at noon. So that's 3 times. Evening, that's going on during the night. Morning, is when you wake up. So evening, before you go to bed, and morning, as soon as you wake up, and at noon, and that's during the day. So it says, will I pray and cry aloud? We cry aloud, we complain to the Most High, ask for protection and forgiveness, forgiveness of sins, protection throughout the day, for the Lord to bless our food, to bless our path throughout the day, going to work and coming back home, and he shall hear my voice. Now, there's another scripture I wanted to get. I wanted to get Ephesians quick. Now, Ephesians 6, very quickly. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Now, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, right? Because everything is spiritual. These people in the world have demons on them, right? And then demons attack us in our mind. And then even with ailments, sicknesses, those are demons.
Hello, customer.
And the only way to combat those demons is with the name of the Lord and with the word of the Lord and through faith in Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai, right?
If you see something, say something.
It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High. We have to rebuke Satan. And if we don't have faith while we're doing it, if we doubt, while we are rebuking Satan or praying to the Lord for protection, or for healing, then it don't mean anything. So we have to have faith and actually believe, that the Lord will do it for us. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. And that's the time to come. The evil day, evil meaning bad times, the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. And having done all to stand therefore having your loins girded about with truth. So this is Paul depicting our fight as a warrior going to battle. Loins girded about with truth. So having the truth, the right teachings, the right doctrines. You can't believe in something other than that we've learned from our teachers and think the Lord is going to be with you. And having on the breastplate of righteousness. So we're not supposed to, sin willfully. We're supposed to strive to be righteous all the time. And then we're supposed to grow. We're supposed to learn from our mistakes. We're not supposed to make the same mistakes. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. That's doing the work. That's preaching. And it says, above all, taking the shield of faith. So that faith is important, because if you lose faith, then that's it. Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And that's like flaming arrows coming at you, right? Fiery darts of the wicked. Now, with that faith and belief in Yahweh Shai and through prayer, we'll be good. And this is just throughout the day. This is not even like we're in Jacob's trouble, but this is throughout the day, right? And that's the end of the lesson. Lord was edifying. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai B'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles.